Okay, so today I did the all-important thing of upkeep. So I read about something called green cover. Green cover. So I've cut all this down. I'm going to be planting sunflower seeds that I have. This is the right time of year to plant those, get those going. I'm going to plant them all in here, get some sunflowers, and also this is my bee yard, right? So you can see I'm going to put beehives all in this area here. Remember, I'm a closet beekeeper. I've acquisitioned this. No one uses this waterway. Only problem I have is if it floods, which I've not seen it flood, but it could flood, my bees will be floating away. But you know what? When you don't have land, when you're poor like I am, you know, you got to innovate. So I've innovated here. The bees are out and about here. They weren't bothered too much. I went all up in here. I tried to save those plants there. As you can see, I've got the new beehive here. Oh, he's going in the side entrance. I've got the front entrance here too. And we'll see, this is the first time I've used this beehive where it's rained. And look, all my poor little bees walking around. Nah. My poor little bees. My poor little sick bees. Just kind of like zombies, like they're hungover. You know, it's like their brain, I mean, they're retarded. I mean, you know, systemic pesticides and neotoxins, right? So wouldn't you think you'd walk around like you're dumb as fuck, right? If you were, you know, messed up on neotoxins, right? Look at this. Whoa, he was about to sting me. He didn't like me holding him. So, and they get darker. Look at this guy here. See how, don't get angry with me. Come here. Come on. Right? You see how this guy is black head, black tail? This is later symptoms. See the black, like they're constipated. They got that toxin in their. I'd love to get a microscope. All right, you don't like being picked up. These guys are, you know, they're just wandering around. I'm gonna bring a drone to school. I gotta find a big old drone. Here's a drone. I'm gonna show my kids. Drones don't. Is that a drone? No, that's not a drone. So, you know, they're still dying, they're still sick. But there's a lot of them also happy and doing their thing. I want to, well, shame it's raining because I really wanted to open up the hive and actually try to move another bee set, you know, like a queen into here. You know, I'm just moving small amounts and hoping those bees are going to adapt and actually, you know, be okay. This guy's flying around. See, this beehive is pretty active. You can see, hey guy, they're feeding there. The sugar water I put on there. They like their side entrance. They're checking me out now. What are you doing? He's got loads of pollen coming in. Which one are you going to? Here. Got lots of pollen on him. He's bringing in some pollen, some food for the babies. Go on. Which hole are you going to use? I figured it out. See, there's an entrance here. They got a side entrance here. This is my old innovation I was carving. Now that I use the bottom, and this is not flush on here, which is fine. I don't think a bee can get up in there. Hey, you came home empty-handed. This guy's got loads of pollen. He's trying to figure out how to get in there. So here he goes. He's going in the little top window. So I got lots of little ways into the beehive. So I hope to be expanding. You'll hope to be seeing more beehives set up here as I make them and get them out here. And I'll put one on that tree there. And hopefully I'm going to let this sit for a week, and then hopefully a week or two, let it all die. And then I'm going to plant sunflowers in here. Get some sunflowers growing up in here, and hopefully just, they'll seed themselves. Sunflowers. I think, I mean, there's clover in here. The cool thing is we've got quite a bit of clover. There's a lot of, actually, let me show you this up here, especially at the top here. I don't know, if you have any ideas on what to do with this, like, I don't have a lot of money, so what can I do for my bees with very little money? And things are really expensive. I mean, I've tried to cut this stuff so I didn't kill the clover, right? Here's all this clover here, growing in here. So there's a lot of clover. Is this clover? Yeah, this is clover. White clover. There's lots of clover already growing in here. Can you see it all in here? All here. So I try to chop high so I didn't, kill all the clover. The other thing too is I think this is some sort of berry here. See this here? Is it a berry? Doesn't have thorns. Now I've got myself wondering, what the heck is this? Would it be poison ivy and I just put my hand in it? That would be funny. I thought this was a berry, but you know what? I don't think it is, now that I'm looking at it. I don't know what it is. There's some little white, this is onion. It's onion here. Wild onion growing down in here. Right? This is onion right here. I'm going to get, the other thing I'm going to do is daikon. Daikon are these huge Japanese radish. They're radishes. And right now they're flowering. I'm going to see if I can get some seeds. I'm going to throw daikon out in here. Get the daikon seeds out in here. So I'm just going to keep throwing seeds out here. Now my hand is stinging. I think it is. You know what? I think it is poison ivy. Because my hand is now tingling a little bit. Great. I got poison ivy there. I thought was a berry. I don't know. Doesn't feel that bad. We'll see. See what happens. Let me get my oil here. So if you've got any ideas on, what to plant here for the bees, that's cheap, that I can just throw seed down. I did buy sunflower seeds, which were pretty expensive. I should have just bought bird food, because bird food has sunflower seeds in it. I may look for that, because I probably get a lot more than what I paid for. If you have any other ideas on, what I could do here, I'd love to hear, right? What can I plant here for the bees? It's springtime here in Japan. And get some things growing. Thanks.